next we'll go with the next topic, that is craniocerebral trauma. Craniocerebral trauma, it is also known as head injury. Okay, craniocerebral trauma, it is also known as head injury. So this head injury, it is usually injury which includes mainly injury to the scalp, skull, meninges or brain, that is mainly caused due to any external force. Okay, that is mainly caused due to any external force. So the topic which I am dealing with now, it is craniocerebral trauma, which is also called as head injury. Okay, craniocerebral trauma, which is also called as head injury. So head injury, it mainly includes injury to the scalp, skull, meninges or brain, which is mainly caused by external force. And this causes for this external force, the causes of this head injury, it can be different for different age group. Okay, so that is like for infants. Okay, in case of infants or neonatal, head injuries can be due to instrumental delivery. That head injuries can usually occurs during delivery. Okay, head injuries usually occurs during delivery, that is due to instrumental injuries, or if there is any birth injuries, instrumental delivery. So in case of instrumental delivery, like forceps delivery, so it is mainly causes of this head injury. It can be due to various age groups, like in case of neonatal, it might be due to birth injuries or due to instrumental deliveries such as forceps delivery. Next, in case of toddler, it might be due to fall from height. Okay, toddler and preschool, it might be due to fall from height. Okay, it can be due to fall from height, or if there is any hard object hitting the head. Okay, or it might be due to any hard object hitting the head. Okay, it can be due to hard object hitting the head. So that is usually there. And next, in case of older children, okay, in case of older children, it can be due to motor vehicle accidents. Okay, it can be due to motor vehicle accidents, or in case of road traffic accidents, or in case of sports. Okay, from sports, or if there is or it might be due to fall from height. Okay, it can be due to fall from height. So that is usually about this causes of head injury in children. So that is head injury in children can be due to various factors, or it might be due to dependence upon the different age group. First is neonatal, it might be due to birth injuries or any instrumental delivery. In case of toddler or preschool, it might be due to fall from height or any hit on the head. In case of older children, it might be road traffic accident, automobile accidents, fall from height, or in case of sports injuries. So that is usually about this causes of head injury. Next is types of injury. Types of injury I have already discussed in the medical surgical nursing, like it might be contusion, concussion, open head injury, closed head injury, or it can be laceration or intracranial hemorrhage. Okay, this is usually dealt in the medical surgical nursing, so you can refer that from the same topic, that is in the medical surgical nursing. So the types of head injury, it can be concussion, contusion, open head injury, closed head injury, laceration, or it can be due to hemorrhage. So that is usually about this different types of head injury. So what are the different types of head injury? It might be open head injury, closed head injury, this concussion, contusion, laceration, or intracranial hematoma. Okay, intracranial hematoma. So these are usually the different types of head injury. So that is I have already taken in the medical surgical nursing, so that you can refer that. So next is symptoms. What are the symptoms that you can see in case of head injury? So symptoms, it can be consciousness will be altered. Okay, so consciousness will be altered. So that is usually there, and there will be bleeding from the nose and ear. Okay, there will be bleeding from the nose and ear. Watery nasal discharge can be seen. Okay, watery nasal discharge can be seen, and this watery nasal discharge, it is seen mainly due to CSF leak. Okay, it is mainly occurring due to CSF leak. So it is usually there. Headache will be there. Lethargy. Okay, the child will feel lethargy. Blurred vision. Okay, so that vision will be disturbed, that is blurred vision will be there. Vomiting will be occurring. Next, respiratory pattern changes. Okay, respiratory pattern changes, so that is respiratory pattern changes. Behavioral changes also can be seen. The child will become irritable. Okay, the child will become irritable, or the child will become confused. Okay, the child will become confused. Vital signs also changes. Seizures, there chances for development of convulsions, and also there will be change in the pupil size. Okay, there will be change in the pupil size. Also they react to the light. Okay, you can see some changes when they react to the light. So these are usually the symptoms that is usually seen in case of head injury. So what are the symptoms? Mainly there will be change in the level of consciousness, bleeding from nose and ear, watery discharge can be seen from the nose, and it might be due to CSF leakage. Convulsions can occur, blood vision will be there, pupil size will be changed, reacting to light also changes, respiratory pattern changes, vomiting will be there. Behavioral changes can be seen, like confused, the baby will be confused or irritable. Vital signs also will be changed, lethargy as well as headache. Okay, these are the symptoms that is usually seen in case of head injury. So what is head injury? Head injury is also known as craniocerebral trauma. So this is usually seen like this usually includes injury to the skull, scalp, skull, scalp, meninges or brain. So this is mainly caused by like different ages, like neonatal it might be birth injuries or any instrumental delivery. Toddler or preschool it might be fall from the height or any hit on the head. Older children it can be due to any sports injuries, fall from the height. So this is usually about this causes of this head injury. Types it might be concussion, contusion, laceration, intracranial hematoma, open injury and closed head injury will be the symptoms. It is usually that. So next is diagnostic evaluations. So diagnostic evaluation we go with X-ray, CT scan, MRI scan, and also we go with the neurological examination, examination of CSF. So neurological examination of CSF, EEG will be done. So along with this, history collection and physical examination has to be done. So that is diagnostic evaluation mainly includes history collection, physical examination, EEG, neurological examination, CSF examination, X-ray, CT scan and MRI scan. So these are the diagnostic evaluation that is usually done in case of head injury. So next is medical management. So medical management we go with administering anticonvulsant drugs if convulsions are present. Prednisolone is given if inflammation is there. Then sedatives are given for reducing, like if pain is severe then we go with giving sedatives. Analgesics is also given to reduce the pain. So it is usually about this medical management that is usually done. So it is mainly methylprednisolone is given, anticonvulsant is given, sedatives is given as well as analgesics is given. So that is usually about this medical management. So when we talk about the surgical management is nothing with go with burr hole surgery, that is to remove clot, or craniotomy will be given. Okay, burr hole as well as craniotomy, it has been detailedly explained to you all in the med search, so please refer that. So it is craniotomy and burr hole surgeries are done. It is done mainly to remove the clot. So that is usually about the surgical management. So this is about this head injury, that is cerebral craniocerebral trauma, which is also called as head injury. So this is mainly caused like different age group it is usually seen. So like it is usually like infants, toddler, preschooler and older children. It is divided into different causes. And then usually we go with like types I have told you: concussion, contusion, open, closed head injury, laceration and intracranial hematoma. Symptoms I have already told you. Diagnosis: X-ray, symptoms like headache will be there, lethargy will be there, consciousness will be altered, and vomiting will be there. So all the symptoms is usually seen. Diagnostic: MRI, CT scan, X-ray, that is usually done. Medical management we go with administering antibiotics, analgesics, methylprednisolone. Surgical management we go with craniotomy and burr hole surgeries. Okay, so this is usually about this head injury.